Oh, yeah.
So, switching up gears, someone who might have to walk 200 miles to get back to Seattle, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is not having the time, and I'm gonna need my football heads to help me out. I think the last name of the quarterback is Darts. Jackson Darts started and had a hell of a start. Beat them Chargers.
Yeah, he did.
And in one of those speeches, I don't know how the cameraman caught this, but they caught Russell Wilson giving Dart's speech like the side eye. And on this one clip, it was like the Russell Wilson's villain era was born. Now, I actually watched a few because it came on my YouTube thing, why I brought up here, where like a lot of people were saying that Russell Wilson's Halloween Hall of Fame career is at risk. And I've heard Richard Sherman talk some shit. And then what brings me back to this point, and I ended up in this rabbit hole of Rob Parker was like, why are we doing this to Russell Wilson? And I was like, Russell Wilson without the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, you talking on the Odd Couples
podcast.
Yeah.
Was like, he had a very successful career. So I have a 2-part question with this.
What's up?
Do y'all agree that Russell Wilson is playing himself out of the Hall of Fame with this performance?
No, I wouldn't say with this performance. I think the last couple years and the body of work within that. Whereas if you asked me 5 years ago, I would without question say, yeah, he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. Now it's I think a 70% chance. I don't think it'll be depending on the class. I don't think it'll be a first ballot, but I think it'll still probably get in eventually.
Okay.
I think he's playing himself out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he's bouncing around towards the end of his career. I mean, if you look at it right now, you have Jeff Garcia, who's on the ballot technically, or can get voted, and I'd rather take Jeff Garcia over Russell Wilson.
You're on drugs.
I would take Jeff Garcia.
You fucking crazy?
No, look at his work compared to this. Look at the teams that he had. Jeff Garcia was a worse quarterback per se, but he still won more games. His teams were worse, and he still.
Are you fucking crazy?
I would take Jeff Garcia over him. I'm taking Jeff Garcia over Russell Wilson.
Bro, hold on now. See, bro, we about to.
Andrew, I think we found something.
Nah, fuck no. Fuck
I am taking Jeff Garcia.
This bum ass fucking resume.
I'm taking it. He had worse coaching, worse teams around him. He has better.
Bro, we comparing a 3-time Pro Bowler to a 10-timer?
Like
he's never made an All-Pro.
Like Richard Sherman said, it's his defense.
He's never made an All-Pro.
I don't care. I would take him over Russell Wilson.
Okay,
bro, he doesn't even have 30,000 passing yards.
I would take because he was a backup for some of it. I would take him over Russell
And
Wilson.
whose fault is that?
Hey, he had Steve Young in front of him. I'm taking Jeff Garcia over him.
Bro, he doesn't even have 200 fucking touchdowns. What's the best version you've seen of Jeff?
Stop.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. He's not getting off of this.
No. We're gonna come back in 3, 2, 1. Say that again. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the 3 years that it's roughly 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. Where Russ was in Seattle, and Richard Sherman was not there. Yeah. So that at that point, Brandon Browner, he'd already went to Philly. The Legion Boom has pretty much been pits apart, right? Tell me the best version you've ever seen of Jeff Garcia. I want you to lie to me and say that's better than that version of Russ.
The 49ers before Alex Smith.
You're on fucking crack.
No way. I would take him. He's letting that thing fly.
To the other team, yes.
No, he's letting it fly.
Where do you think the term "let Russ cook" started?
It's fine.
He was 30. He was like 30.
Was he cooking 30 a hot dog?
He was bro. Jeff fucking Garcia.
He's microwaving a hot dog.
So wow.
No, hold on. Fuck that. Hold on. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna just read off some numbers.
Go for it.
11 tugs, 11 interceptions. 31 tugs, 10 interceptions. 29 tugs, 10 interceptions. 21 tugs, 10 interceptions. 18 tugs, 17 interceptions. 10 tugs, 9 interceptions. 3 tugs, 6 interceptions. 8 tugs, 2 interceptions. 13 tugs, 12 interceptions. 12 tugs, 8 interceptions.
Are you saying tugs?
Tugs, touchdowns, same stuff.
I'm going to read off some numbers here. 24, 36, 92, 101, 69, 420.
This is bullshit. Bro, but that sounds like a Hall of Fame QB to you?
I'm saying...
Fuck the Russell Wilson shit.
Is he a Hall of Fame?
He got you.
No,
there.
but I would take him over Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying. Is that Russell Wilson is playing himself
You
out.
must have legit liked that. You which one was it? Madden 02? That's the one you bought.
No, I was actually
All three.
Madden 05 fan.
Oh, 5. Okay, that was the one.
Ray Lewis.
That was for you. All right.
So the other reason why I brought this up is because I think Rob Parker was speaking about like some of the Legion of Boom, especially Richard Sherman was like hating.
Oh yeah, they don't fuck with him.
Exactly.
It's clear as day. And he don't like. He's not gonna be have the same vitriol. I'd imagine with how much energy's there, he probably don't fuck with them. He's a nice enough guy and cares about his public image enough, or probably too much to where he's never gonna say anything publicly. Now me, the way I would be scorching their motherfucking lives. No, because like Richard, he done got caught up in some shit publicly where if you want to call me corny. I've never been at my ex-wife's house drunk at 2:00 in the, like, you know, how you want to play this?
Wait a second. That's why was that the same thing I was thinking? I was like, why are you taking the shot?
And see, like, this is why I always say, if you want to go low, I'll take it to hell.
All right. To end this, there's like a part two of this. So Rob Parker was also talking about like how some of the athletes who do like broadcasts and things like that, it's kind of like it's too extreme, it's too far. And I want to ask you guys in here, when it comes to a sports show, what's a good balance of athletes and journalists that should be on a show?
All right, I'm gonna clarify his point for you. It wasn't necessarily that it's too far. They have more weighted interests within the context of their sport, whether it be like somebody that they're rivals with or teammates with. So he questioned their journalistic integrity because they can't be completely impartial towards whatever the situation is.
So if you guys were making a sports show, is there a balance between athletes who played the game versus journalists that should be on there? Like what makes a good sports show?
I think a balance of both. Being like myself, I worked in sports media.
That's why I had the question.
Yeah, but I'm also still cognizant of the fact that even though I play sports throughout my life, there's only so much I can talk about them at a certain point when I'm around people who've played professionally, so forth and so forth. So sometimes you have to scale back, but I'm also confident enough in the stuff I do know to where I can at least challenge you to explain yourself thoroughly with anything. Like I feel like I was about to give them a compliment, but then I also thought about it. Gil's Arena, when they don't be on the OD trolling shit. Well, actually, no. His new show, the football show.
I haven't watched
Oh, you haven't seen it? They actually have a great balance to me because they have Aqib Talib. They have what's my man? He's Gerald McCoy. He's on there. Skip Bayless.
Oh, okay. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I've seen clip.
Yeah.
I think for me, and maybe I'm wrong because I don't know all of the people on the 520 show. I feel like that's a good balance.
I don't really look at that as like a real sports show. I just
Really?
I mean, so they cover basketball obviously because like Jeff and Mook played, but they be like just shooting the shit.
Okay.
I just look at that as like damn like a normal podcast. Like they'll fuck around and do like a whole segment just on Gucci Man. Like, them my niggas though. Like,
I've been actually keeping up.
Entertainment
It's
value.
very
It's
entertaining, very
it's
entertaining.
like they might have the best podcast out right now.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
RJ?
No, I think a good mixture is good. I agree. I mean, if you look at like Ernie and Shaq and Barkley, that's a good group. Even when I listen on the radio, I hear Harry Douglas. I know he wasn't that great of a wide receiver, but having him, just listening from his point of views and his take with another journalist on that show. I think there's another one out there in the mornings with a defensive lineman, LeVar Arrington. LeVar Arrington has his own radio show too that I listen to in the mornings on the way to work. So I think having a good mixture.
I'll say inside the NBA in terms of like how Ernie balances that shit.
Oh.
They do a good job, but inside the NBA, I never go to for actual sports insides. Like that is strictly just dad jokes because half the time they'll be talking about like they'll reference some shit and say they're talking about like a Blazer game. This season, right? They'll be like, yeah, we need Anthony Simons to get cooked. Like, bro, he don't even play for the team no more. Like, what have you been watching?
Yeah.
Is there a difference in what you guys think should be like who should be covering college versus professional?
Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I've never really understood why inside the NBA does their RJ, is it a CBS broadcast that they do during the
March Madness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the Elite Eight on.
And they bring in Clark Kellogg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really understood why Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith are involved with that, because they spend all season watching professional basketball to then come in and during the most important period of the season and like, oh yeah, I haven't really watched too much of Auburn this year. Well then, bro, why the fuck are you here?
I think just the views.
Yeah, which I
the
get,
views,
but like
yeah.
I'm saying, if I'm a consumer looking for actual insight about these teams,
Would you expect like the college? Would you expect Would you expect the college athletes equivalent to be covering that event instead of Shaq, or is it like completely different?
I would prefer whichever broadcast team has been covering this shit all year to just stay the course. But I understand they bring them in for ratings and general like dad jokes. And,
So here's a tricky thought. What if just like in college, I know they're like up and coming journalists who are doing really well. And like we're talking about like it's like the best like college young professionals, like at least one of them like on that panel that's been watching all the college games. I feel like it'd be really dope to see a college level like journalist who's been like rocking it to like be on there.
yeah, but the way inside the NBA is structured, it's kind of hard for anybody else to really like insert their imprint on like their natural flow. Because if that's what they're pulling them on there for, then they're still gonna want like.
Or speaking to the NBA, or
No, I'm talking about the college.
Yeah.
I would, for me as a like casual, I would like,
Yeah.
oh, that's super cool that like this particular kid has been rocking it, and they're gonna have to learn to mesh, but like I think they would be good enough to do that. Not like in the Final Four, but like I'm talking about at the beginning stages, like the first, the first 16, Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I feel like a kid could do that.
Wait, do you mean, if I'm understanding you correctly, do you mean like a beat reporter for a college team, them coming on the TV broadcast
Yeah.
production of any coverage for like CBS, ABC,
Yeah.
whatever? Oh, okay. I think that could work. Now, if you're saying that same person then getting added to the production team for inside the NBA,
No,
when they come on during
no,
college,
no.
like it's just if they're bringing them on here for that, then they're still
Okay.
going with their same flow. It's just EPs be real like particular about that type of shit.
Yeah. Well, let me make sure.
We got like one topic before. Do one more.
Oh yeah. Oh